I wanted to come on and just share something. I was inspired by a video of a young lady that I follow on Instagram. Her name is Amanda Pittman. Some of you may be familiar with her, some of you may not, but I just checked out her video on her no makeup, no straight hair consecration. And so, as I said, I've been following her on Instagram, and I saw a post, and she was not wearing any makeup. And the post was basically, let me just go to it right quick. And then she basically said, God is doing a new thing in me. I have never posted a no makeup or lashes, natural hair, no filter, and an unedited picture of myself on Instagram. And she says, if I'm being honest, that's not good. She said, I've allowed God to transform so many areas of my life and use me to do amazing things for Him, all while remaining bound in the area of my appearance. So it says more, but again, if you're on Instagram, I encourage you to follow her because she's an amazing woman of God. We actually attend the same church. But yeah, so again, I saw that post and, it raised my curiosity because I was just like, she's being barefaced and she's normally, pretty much glammed up. So I just got through watching her YouTube video, and she's talking about, the no makeup, no straight hair consecration, and how that has kept her in bondage. Like it was easy for her to let go of some things, but this thing had a major stronghold on her, and she's basically been having to fight for her freedom in this. And most of it is stemming from just her past and what she's dealt with. I'll put the link for this video in the description box because I would encourage you to check it out, because I think a lot of ladies struggle with this. Sometimes we'll feel like, well, I don't look good unless I have on a wig, or I don't look good unless I got on some makeup or whatever. But you really want to start at the foundation and knowing that, hey, I am enough. God sees me as being enough just in our natural state without all the frills and stuff. So I took some notes from the video that I watched, and I kind of wanted to just bring out what I got out of it, because like everybody has different things that are strongholds that are keeping them trapped. Something, whether we want to admit it or not, or maybe we haven't really just come to the knowledge of knowing, oh, so that's why I'm like that, or that's why I'm doing this, because of something that was in my past has carried over right now. And because I never got a hold of it and kind of just dissected it, I've allowed it to just, kind of take over. And so she said, there is this false God, which is the God of self. Now, granted, when you go on Instagram, even my Instagram, it would look like so many of us are consumed with ourselves. And, a lot of it, people can say, yeah, I put pictures out, just to let people know how I'm doing. This is how I communicate with my family. Or, it's kind of like she's saying, kind of assess what's the spirit behind what you're doing. Are you putting these pictures out for, just so you can say, yeah, look at me? Or, just assess why you're doing it. And like a couple of years ago, I had an issue. Well, I say an issue, but God was speaking to me in regards to photos I was uploading to Instagram, because it was just like, when I would before I would hit send, it was like I would hear him say, what is your reasoning for posting this? Why are you posting this? Why are you posting that particular pose? Why are you doing this? And so it kind of had me halt my brakes and just be like, yeah, why would I post a picture that's like seductive or sexy when, I'm blessed to have, a husband. So why would I want to try to put something out there that could possibly insinuate that I'm looking for something more or whatever? And so I'm a little bit more hesitant or cautious, I should say, of what I'm putting up now and why I'm doing it. Um, so yeah, I think the fact that she brings out assess why you're doing it will kind of get to the root of, a root of it. So, because it's easy to say, oh, I just want to put it out and let people see, yada, yada, yada. But there may be a very underlying reason if you just tap into it to figure out, why am I doing this? I'll say that there are some good videos out there where, there's women speaking of, hey, I used to be like this, I used to be insecure, and now I have this freedom to just be me. So a lot of them have broke free from their cocoon of feeling like they didn't want to be seen, but now they want to be seen. But, there is a healthy balance. You don't want to just be like, you know, yeah, I'm just gonna let it all hang out now or whatever. It's just kind of like, I get it, because when you feel good about yourself and you freed yourself from how you thought or think other people perceived you, now you're confident within yourself that you don't have to look the way others expect you to look, but you're confident in how you look. It's, yeah, will tempt you to want to just post a lot of photos because, you're confident. But again, you want to do this in a healthy balance. You also want to check yourself periodically to know, well, why am I doing this? Am I really doing this for the freedom and helping to set other women free? Or am I doing this to show off or, get somebody back? Yeah, back then you thought I was like this, but now look at me, how you like me now, you know. So that's something to take into consideration, because I just think it's good, healthy mentality. And she says there's nothing wrong with, beauty, appearance, making yourself look lovely, because, it's just all a part of our feminine nature. But the enemy has distorted it by constantly having us look in the mirror, seeing what's wrong with us or seeing what's right with us, and using this to gauge how we're doing with other people. This thing of us comparing ourselves, that's not something that we should do, but that's what social media pretty much is all about. We see other people and, we either want to be like them, and now you're trying to portray that same thing that you saw on another page, and maybe if you're looking at their likes versus your likes or whatever, it's just like these things can all turn out to be something that can just disturb you in your mental, especially if you haven't like gotten fully secure within yourself, secure in the fact that God accepts you just the way that you are. But see, the thing of it is, we want acceptance from the world, and we really need to just get that acceptance from God, because that's where inner beauty comes from. Just knowing that God sees me as beautiful, and when you can walk around barefaced, regular hair or whatever, nothing added to the appearance, just you coming out being barefaced, but just being secure in who you are because you're a child of God, that will, really have you stand out above the rest. So coming into that type of freedom is something you do have to work for, especially when you've been trapped in feeling like you have to compare yourself to others. And the enemy is not going to want you to come out of it, scot-free. He's going to make it hard for you, because those insecurities that you have, he wants to keep you in that insecurity mode So you either will continue to try to strive to be like somebody else, get plastic surgery, you're never satisfied with what you look like or how you look or whatever. You're constantly comparing yourself. That's a spirit. She called it a spirit of, it's a demonic spirit, which is a women hating spirit trying to keep women in bondage. So it's kind of like hating, you know, the woman hating how she looks, never feel like she's good enough, and therefore she's continually trapped in this bondage because she's continually trying to compare herself to others. Not only that, she's gotten so self-consumed in her own self that now she's not, giving glory to God. And that's another thing she said. She said, when she starts to feel like that self-comparison and all that, she'll say little affirmations like, instead of directing all the negativity at what she feels like she doesn't see, or what she sees in the mirror with all this negativity, she turns it around to God, because basically, it's really all about him anyway. We're in this world and we're around people where you go to your job, you're just in the grocery store, you go on vacation, you're always going to be confronted with, people, how people are viewing you, how people see you, or whatever. But it'd be so good to be able to confront all this with a attitude of knowing I am enough. God sees me as enough. And it doesn't matter that these people don't see me. I don't add up to how someone thinks I should look or whatever. God sees me as this. It's just a very good eye opener to reassess these things, because it's so easy to get caught up. One of the reasons why I got off of Facebook, even on Instagram now, but I was getting caught up in Facebook and what other people are doing. And that's easy to do because, it's just easy to do. It's easy to get caught up. And unless you, really just get to a point where you just stop and reassess things and really figure out why you're doing what you're doing, it really helps to put things in better perspective. At one point, I deleted all my Instagram photos that were, projecting something that was, even though a lot of them I didn't feel like it was bad, but then yet going back and just looking at some of them, I was just like, that does look kind of sexual, and you have a husband, so why would you put that out there? And this is just me. Just like this is just Amanda with her video. This is her conviction. But there are a lot of other people that are dealing with some of the same things. Sometimes you can take out some nuggets and share with someone else. So everybody's convictions is not, everybody's convictions. There may be something that God is speaking to me about something with my photos and not you. You have to go with your convictions and what God is speaking to you and telling you. I'm just going to say, like, I cut my hair the first of the year, and I cut it because I really just wanted to do something different. But I also felt good in knowing that I could let go of something that, for a lot of my videos, I was doing hair videos and, showing you, my hair, the growth, whatever. So it felt good to know that I wasn't tied down to my hair to the point where I couldn't let it go. And even now, I've been continuously cutting it. It's like getting shorter by the day. If I don't watch out, I'm gonna be bald headed. But when I first cut it, when I went to work, a lot of people, when you don't know what to say, sometimes you just don't say anything. But it was just like, man, I'm so glad I feel confident in what I did. And it's not contingent upon people telling me, oh, your hair is cute. Some people did say, and people didn't. And not that I was looking for that. But basically, when you're confident in doing something and you feel good about what you've done, you don't need to get the compliments from people. Because if you're looking for people to validate something you've done and you don't get that validation, then there you go into this funk. And you've given them, what's the word? where they like how you function is dependent on how they're responding to, your look or what you're doing. So I felt really good knowing that, hey, I feel good that I cut my hair. I don't have to get no one telling me it looks good or whatever. I feel good about it. I feel really good knowing that I could let go of something that was something that I was really into, because I do a lot of, hair videos. And even though I wear wigs, I don't wear those wigs because I'm trying to like cover up my short hair. I wear those wigs because that's just part of, me. Now, I feel like if that's just me saying that and there's really something to me wearing the wigs, then God will reveal that to me. And if he does, then I would love to share that with you. But at this moment, I don't wear the wigs to just be like somebody else. I just simply like to put wigs. I've been wearing wigs for wow, for a long time, Just because, I mean, I don't know if part of it's because my grandmother wore wigs and I would watch her and observe her, and now I've just taken on that. But maybe there's something to that. Maybe there was a reason why she was wearing the wigs, and now that has transpired over to me. I'm getting a phone call, so let me resume this. All right, so that phone call came just at the right time because I was planning on going ahead and uploading that video, but she has since put out another video, and I just watched that this morning, and I had to share a couple of nuggets from that video because basically she was talking about what happened during her days with no makeup or straight hair. So I also will drop a link for this video as well, because she put up some pretty good nuggets, that we can take with us to, help feed our spirit. So she's calling this a part 1. So I guess she's going to have a follow-up to the part 1. I guess the initial video that I'm, was talking about that prompted me to do this video was just going with the initial phasing of her about to do it. And then here she is completing 25 days of doing it. So, let's see. I wanted to point out, like, one of the nuggets that she said that was very awesome was she stopped caring so much as to what other people thought about how she looked, and she's caring more about how her appearance is through the lens of God. That is pretty awesome. Like, I got a chill just saying it just now, because when you view yourself how God sees you, it takes off all the comparisons of you trying to add up to somebody else's expectations, but you are completely confident, satisfied, joyful in how God sees you, how he views you, which is more important anyway than how people will view you. Why put our merit in how other people are perceiving our appearance? Another good nugget that I pulled from this. Now, I'll still encourage you to watch the video, but these are just things that tugged at me. She said, for every natural thing there is, humankind creates an artificial version of it. She says she's gonna probably have to do a video on its own just regarding that comment. But it was just like, as far as her natural look goes, she says, you can have natural, beauty and just in taking care of yourself, taking care of your skin, taking care of your hair, instead of having to go put on foundation. If you take care of your skin will radiate with, beauty and stuff. If you take care of your hair, you don't have to get all this extra stuff. You can just get the natural things that God initially has put out there for us. We have the resources, but, again, as she said, mankind has distorted it in some kind of way. I just wanted you to see her. Oh, my ring light. Let me turn off this ring light. Oh, now you can't see me. Well, you can, but not very good. Hold on, guys. I'm not sure if that helped. I turned off on my light there. But look how beautiful she is, guys. I mean, she is just radiant with beauty. I mean, isn't this not what happens when we, be obedient to God and spend time with God and let Him do what He needs to do in us? She has broken free from feeling the need like she needed to come out on social media and put on a full face, put on her lashes, or even straighten her hair. I think her hair is gorgeous, by the way. Look at those gorgeous curls, that beautiful color, that volume. So, yeah, again, I don't want to make this any lengthier than it needs to be because I do really encourage you to go check out both of these videos. And even before you check them out, I just ask that you just say a little prayer and just ask God to open your heart to whatever He's trying to reveal to you. Open your heart to receive a word of whatever He's trying to, put in your spirit. So, yeah, we all want to be free from the bondages that the enemy has put on us, some of it unbeknownst to us. So if you think you're looking cute with your lashes or your hair or whatever, just imagine how much more beautiful you can be to be broken free from all the bondages that so easily entrap us. All right, guys. Thank you for watching my video. And yes, please check out, I'll put the links in the description box for Amanda Pittman's videos.